Hi, I'm Bobbi-Lea and we are at the premiere opening of the long-awaited Australian slasher flick, Chris Sun's Charlie's Farm. Now, Charlie's Farm is about a group of kids who have too much spare time on their hands and they go out camping to explore the urban myth of Charlie's Farm to see whether it's actually true. Now, legend has it that Charlie's parents were murdered by an angry mob, and Charlie is a little bit angry about that. Now, starring Tara Reid, who's better known for Sharknado and American Pie, has foregone the Hollywood riders and the paparazzi to shoot this film in the Australian outback, where apparently there was no reception or internet. And when asked in an interview about that, she said life without the paps was actually refreshing. Hi, Tara.
Hi, how are you?
Good. So what's the difference between horror in American horror in Australia and the outback?
I think that horror in Australia, they make, I shouldn't say it, but they make better films than horror here. They have a great passion of horror films here. And also the setting, like, we don't have an outback in America, you know? So in the outback, you're in the middle of nowhere, and it is scary. And we don't have kangaroos. You know, we don't have like scary situations that is in Australia. And I think the director, Chris Sun, really used Australia for himself in this film, and I think when you see it, it will really work.
Using some of Australia's local talent, we have as Charlie, Nathan Jones, the towering man of almost 7 foot, who is so scary that some of the cast members could not actually look at him on set. Just so you know how tall this man is, I will be the matchstick. How are you?
Good, thank you. It's great being here tonight.
How tall are you?
I'm nearly 7 foot tall.
There you go, a whole 2 foot above me. Now, I have to ask, and I'll shout this so you can hear it. Okay. What's the difference between doing horror in Australia and in America?
I've never actually done any horror in America. I've done like some big budget movies. I've done Mad Max lately. It won't be released till the 15th of May. That was 9 months of Nibia. So that was pretty tough conditions in the desert. But I loved it. The horror movies, it's a great genre. I've always enjoyed it. It's one of my favourites. I love being scared.
Now, you are actually the scary man in the film. So, and apparently a lot of people were afraid of you on set. Tell me about that.
That was very true. I just sort of jumped away, didn't realise the transformation. I made Tara cry, but I don't know, maybe she's just great acting. I don't know.
We also have Australian locals Dean Curtright, upcoming actor to watch, Sam Coward, Alira Jacques, and Daryl Plumridge. Let's go see if we can talk to some of them on the red carpet. I'm talking to Dean Curtright. He's playing Jason in Charlie's Farm. Tell me about your character.
Jason's a horror-loving man who is obsessed with horror, and he gets his 2 best mates and his girlfriend to go along to the farm. The rumour has it that there's a guy that lives out called Charlie, and I want to go check it out and see if it's true or not.
I'm with Daryl Plumridge, who is playing the role of Blue in Charlie's Farm. Now tell me about the role of Blue, Daryl. It's a younger role, isn't it?
Yes, actually I'm playing young Blue, so I'm actually playing a young role for a change, which is very nice. And one of the interesting things about my character is a lot of people ask me if I interacted with Tara Reid. And of course my character does, but I don't. That's because I play young Blue and we have another actor playing older Blue, because there's about 30 years difference.
What can the audience expect to see from this horror film?
Look, I think one of the good things that they'll probably see from this horror film is a good story for a start. So they'll see a good story, they'll see some great acting, and I think they'll see some fairly gruesome kills.
Now I have with me local boy, Sam Coward, who is playing Donkey in the film Charlie's Farm. Now, Sam, why do they call you Donkey?
Really?
Really?
Look, it's something to do with one of my appendages, you might say.
Right, okay. And so tell me, how was it like working in the outback, working with Chris Sun?
People have asked that question, and I've said a couple of times, he's kind of like a hybrid between Anthony Mundine and Steve Irwin. He's got this crazy enthusiasm and this infectious passion for horror films that you can't help but get swept up. You just can't. He's like a cyclone. It's either get out of his way or get on board.
Give me a scale on 1 to I need to leave the cinema right now. How gory is it?
Look, it is a gory. Not again.
That is the director, Chris Sun.
Okay, I've just been asked how gory is it.
I don't know, because it's got more it's got a lot of comedy in it, a lot of whatever.
I would say bring a second pair of undies.
Yeah.
I think that's probably my rate. Bring a second pair of undies.
So this is my new boyfriend, Charlie. Chris Sun, director of Charlie's Farm. Now, you're very big. You take your gore seriously and your practical effects. Is there any CGI in it, or is it all practical?
There's a little bit of CGI blood and a couple of CGI flies. Everything else is practical. Is he going to be as big as Jason, you reckon? A few more Charlies out there?
Oh, I reckon there is a few more Charlies in this. Are we saying hashtag sequel?
Hashtag lots of sequels.
I have just seen Charlie's Farm, and this is my reaction. Oh my gosh, it was so scary, but more like cringe factor, gory horror. But surprisingly, there was laughs in it. It was actually pretty funny. There was 2 characters that are a bit Aussie larrikin, so we've got the Aussie comedy in there. We've got the gore. We've got the I really cannot watch moments. So I think for the horror films, you're going to be impressed. You're not going to be able to sleep well tonight, though. But hashtag I survived Charlie's Farm. I'm Bobbi-Lea.